That's why I kept my distance. For the people that my mind still in the trenches, but our eyes are spent against us, and we grind to make a living. And the time is never with us, but you get time from niggas snitching. I got mine from hitting licks, no 9 to 5s, we taking trips. I bet these pounds will make us rich. Hit the road, make 20K to put some miles up on the whip. Put my phone on D&D, can't text and drive, I'm taking risks. It be hard to count on people, I seen one of mine switch.
Man, your boy Tifo here, man. Been trading like crazy, been studying like crazy. It's been a lot going on, bro. I actually got some good news. Probably make a video on it. Very good news, very good news. But with this vid today, bro, I wanted to basically break down. Ooh, your boy out here bad. Oh, your boy out here bad, man. Gotta get that right. But I basically wanted to do a video on your boy GJ, man. GJ, Great Britain to Japan, on a trade that I took on it last night. Very good trade, man. The day before that I ended up losing because of the Russian news that came out with Ukraine and fundamentals, bro. You gotta always pay attention to fundamentals, except there was nothing to be announced. It just randomly came out and it affected the markets just like that. Threw off my whole bias, my whole pre-market analysis. Was on a losing streak, right? And I'm thinking like, man, this is the trade. Everything looks good, perfect. And boop! Just took me straight out. 70 pips in 1 minute. You wanna know the worst thing about it, bro? And this is why risk management is so important. I had just entered the trade and couldn't even put a stop loss in. I literally entered the trade right when the news came out. It's like I just got that bad of luck, huh? Just got that bad of luck. And the news just came out and I was just like, oh, let me put my stop loss. Cause it had shot up a little bit. And I was like, all right, let me put my stop loss. I ain't tripping. Boom. And I was like, whoa, what just happened? And I'm going in with 1% of my account. But that was if I had put the stop loss. So we can only imagine with that 70 pips, if I was only risking 10 pips and I went in with a lot size, I was supposed to be 1% and it went up an extra 7 times the amount of pips I wanted to risk. We can imagine what that did to my account, right? And I'm not going to trip because it was a learning lesson. But long story short, your boy might have to get another account. But with GJ, we seen that it had held a very good weekly support level, very strong on the previous daily candle after that Russian news came out. And at this point, I waited for that pullback to one of my 1 hour, previous resistance. I was turning into support on the higher time frames, and I just was like, man, I'm gonna take the trade. Shoot, I definitely don't want to say what was the outcome, but it's definitely something worth showing and basically giving you guys, basically showing you guys that there's proof in the pudding on this trading the foreign exchange markets, bro. You're gonna have your losing days. I could have easily gave up after that GJ trade, but I didn't put too much into it. So a lot of people that know me, like, they know I don't give up that easy. But yeah, other than that, let's get to the breakdown and yeah. Okay. So I want to break down this GJ trade that I'm currently in right now, and I'll update you guys, tell you how it goes. So, man, yesterday we had that Russian news come out, man, and freaking GJ just shot up, and I was in sales, and it just threw off my whole analyst, bro. Just the whole breakdown, what I had planned. So today, I ended up having to just wait until London session to open and just be patient on my trade to see how the whole trade is actually playing out. I'm making this breakdown, Canal. You want to join the Zoom?
Join the Zoom, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll send it to you right now. Hold on. Canal, you got an email?
Email, yeah.
What's your email?
Bandari. Let me message to you.
All right, you guys. So back to what I was saying. We had that news come out on with Russia yesterday on GJ. But I also feel like when I took that L yesterday on GJ, I was actually wrong because I was actually looking for sales, but I was listening to a lot of other people's opinions, and I should have just, when you're trading, man, you got to stick to your first bias, man. I shouldn't have changed my bias. But everything looks so good, so that's why I don't want to get down on myself. I think I was just thinking too much. But yeah. So with GJ yesterday, we were making no, not right there. We were making these lows on a lower time frame. On that 4 hour had made a nice low, and I'm just looking at that time frame when I should have been looking a little higher. And you would have seen that this daily candle that closed on Sunday night had closed above my weekly strong weekly level right here. So once I would have seen these sales or seen that rejection, I should have noticed like we should be looking for buys. And if I'm thinking sales, I should have waited for the retest to this 155.91 level to take it lower. But instead, I seen a pattern. I wanted to get in right away, which it wasn't a bad entry. It would have helped me avoid that news, and it would have probably gave me a little more time. But at the same time, sometimes you just can't avoid that type of stuff. So yeah, I took an L on GJ when I should have actually been taking buys and would have won. We would have won pretty big. Would have been like a 10-1, 20-1. So today, I'm actually in on buys. I believe I am up about, as we see, I'm up about $3,000 in profit and still going. 3,200 up about 1% of my account. I'm gonna hold this for a little bit, probably take profits once we hit this TP and leave it running to go into this 157.70 level because of this head and shoulders that we obviously see. I'll show it even better on here. On the hour time frame, we have freaking perfect head and shoulders. And for you, and for those of you that don't know what the head and shoulders is a sign of reversal. I'm not even gonna say too much, just know it's a sign of reversal. So yeah, that's why I'm most likely gonna hold. So the reason I got in was I was waiting for this 4 hour candle right here to close. And you wouldn't have known how it was gonna close until London had opened. So once that had opened, I wanted to wait for a lower time frame entry because at this point I seen this nice bullish closing 4 hour candle. And I'm already bullish after seeing that this daily had rejected this weekly and this other daily had made a nice little bit bullish candle. So now I'm just waiting for a retest. Well, we broke this. I'll show the level. We had these highs on the hour time frame be broken yesterday during that Russian news when the Russian had pulled their troops back out. We had these highs be broken on the 1 hour. We already had confirmation on the daily and on a 4 hour after the 4 hour closed like this on that weekly level. So now on that hour time frame, the only confirmation I could have been looking for was a previous high being broken, which it got broken yesterday. And when it got broken, now all you really want to do is wait for the retest. And that was a strong retest, which you really can't get in on this type of move right here. You just want to look for next supply or demand level, whichever it is. If you're taking sales or buys, you really just want to look for that next level to start showing respect, which we obviously see over here. If you drag it, you'll see that this level is actually resistance, resistance, support, resistance, support, 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 support. And over here, when we were selling, resistance, resistance, resistance. And we're showing support at this point. So after I seen all this support, man, I'm like, okay, we looking pretty good. We got the hour, head and shoulders. We already got confirmation on the higher time frame. Now my lower time frame is looking good. All my time correlation is looking good, man. Everything's looking good. And it's all about probability. This trade could have obviously went the opposite way. Nothing's promised. I've been learning that the hard way. So yeah. So I've been looking to add some stuff to my strategy on what I want to use to get more confident and more consistent. So I just went back to day one, to basically where I started, man. And that was from my boy Daniel Savage, the way that he trade, and he uses the Fibonacci. So obviously, a lot of people will use their Fibonacci different. Well, my Fibonacci works like this. I look for previous highs on my 15-minute time frame or my 30-minute time frame. This time that I used it on the 15 minutes. So These are my previous highs. I look for those highs to be broken. What I was missing was higher time frame correlation with break and retest and major levels being respected. So now I'm just adding this in for my lower time frame instead of just going off a lower time frame. So we got those highs that were broken. So I take my Fibonacci for my 15-minute previous low before it broke. The previous low of the body before the previous highs got broken, if you know what that means. So this was my low. No, wait. This was my low right here. This right here, this blue candle, how that made that push. I go from the bottom of that body because that was the push that broke these highs. Not this push, not this push. This push right here was the one that broke these highs. It was a previous lows push that broke those highs. So take my Fibonacci from the bottom of that body and I take it to where it broke those highs, these highs right here. I take it to where it actually pulled back down, which we obviously see that it pulled back down right here. Now that you see that, you want to wait for it to respect your golden level, and last but not least, your 76% level of support. And I didn't see none of this until London opened. I didn't look at my charts. All I know is that I ended up thinking like to myself, like, what can I use to help me out more other than just break out triangle patterns and etc. I just went back to what I was using before. And I just thought about it like, man, what was I missing before? Well, it was higher time frame correlation. So I ended up getting in after seeing that this is a strong rejection right here. Went to my lower time frame on my 5 minutes, seeing that we made a 5-minute bullish engulfing candle. So all I did was look for a little pullback just to see if I get a better entry. And I got in, my entry was 156.793. And that was with the spread. Here we go, 156.792. And I went in with, I believe, 1%, a little bit more than 1%. And I kept my stop loss under my 76% because if this was broken, if this 76% zone is broken and it hits the 100%, that means my whole thing is turned off. I should be looking to go the opposite way. Like my whole bias is over with. I should be looking to go the opposite way. It is what it is. I just hit TP2. I might start taking some partials because it's showing rejections to this level. We're at 1%. So yeah, we do have our time frame resistance at this level that got broken and closed above. So we're gonna see. I might end up putting my stop loss under here to just secure some profits. And yeah, because the 0% is a nice TP. But other than that, what is that? 156.87. So I can secure some type of profits. All right, back to the breakdown. Back to the breakdown. We have, like I said, we had that Fibonacci retracement. I entered at 156.793. Stop loss was under previous lows. That 76% level gets broken 9 times out of 10. We're going to end up continuing down. Look at that. Look at GJ. So yeah, it was 11 pip or 12 pip stop loss. I believe it was like 11 pips. I ain't gonna lie, but even 12 pips, it's not no more than 1%. When you're trading, it's all about risk management, and you just got to keep telling yourself that. And after I did that, my TP that I was looking for was just previous resistance on the level on the time frame that I entered off of, not just previous resistance on the time frame that I entered off of. So I entered off of my 5 minutes. So I'm going to find a 5-minute resistance or support, previous support, which should show resistance. And I'm going to see how it reacts to that level, if it wants to break or reject. Obviously, that's also my last TP on my Fibonacci. And shoot, I'm cool with taking that trade, man. This will be over a 2-to-1. And as we see, I'm obviously up $4,000, 2% at this point. And shit, 1% to keep the job away. 1% a day to keep the job away. So yeah, we're gonna see how this strategy continues to work. And yeah, I'll definitely be posting this tomorrow. It is February 16th. We'll try to get the video up today or tomorrow, one of the two. And yeah, that's my GJ breakdown.